Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Note Closer Show. As always, Scott Carson, excited to be here today with you guys. We have a rock star in the making as a guest here today, a lovely lady who's doing some great things out of Michigan, but more precisely out of Grand Rapids, right?
Yes.
She is Grand Rapids, Michigan's home. We have the one, the only, the lovely Wylea Griggs joining us today here on the show. And you have an honor. You're the first person in the Mastermind to win back-to-back social media superstars of the event. Did you not know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's kicking butt and taking names.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You're doing a great job. Thank yourself there. So for those that don't know who you are, take a couple minutes and share who you are.
So my name is Wylea Griggs, and I'm the owner of Eleesee Solutions. We're a local Grand Rapids note investing company. We invest in non-performing as well as we're getting some performing notes as well. Yeah. So
you're 100% into this, or is this a side hustle after your regular job, or what's going on with that?
So yes, so this is right now I'm part-time as a note investor. I do have a full-time job. I'm a counselor for the state of Michigan, which I love that as well. But I do want to branch out and just become just a regular note investor full-time.
Mm-hmm. And what's your real estate investing experience prior to becoming a note investor?
So I started real estate investing in 2015. Mm-hmm. And in 2015, I purchased, actually it was my first home that I bought. Nice. So instead of selling it, I wanted to, and I'm a helper, a natural helper. So I wanted to help homeless single mothers stay in their home. So what I did was I partnered with a nonprofit agency, and we started, and I rented my property out to them, to the nonprofit, to help homeless single mothers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we kept that going for like a year and a half. But eventually I wound up just selling the home, and the nonprofit, they wind up getting a new building because they were getting just too big for my home.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
How many people they have staying in it?
They had 4 people staying in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then that home, when I sold that home, I bought it originally for $55,000, and I wound up selling it for $110,000.
Hang on a second here. Wow. You doubled your money on that one. I would want to sell it too. Hey, get out of my house. I got to make some money on this, right?
Yes. Yep. So after I sold that home, it was just like a aha moment. You know, this is really what I want to do. I want to be a real estate investor. So from there, I started investing in fix and flips, and I also did wholesale properties, and then I became another landlord because I bought another property and wanted to help, because I'm still a helper, wanted to help the younger population to prevent homelessness. So I did rent out my home for maybe 6 months, but the couple really didn't pair out. So they wound up splitting up, and I wound up selling that home for a great profit as well. And I bought that home, and it was a foreclosed home that we always target. So I bought that home for $30,000, put $20,000 in it, and sold that home for $110,000.
Yeah, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yes. So from that point on, we started looking for more homes, but we got into like bidding wars and things like that. So that's why I wanted to switch to note investing.
Market got a little tighter then, basically, huh?
Yes.
Now you have living up in Grand Rapids, a great area, but one of the first note deals I think you did, it was also kind of in your backyard. Is that right?
Correct, in Muskegon Heights.
Muskegon Heights. Let's talk about that deal. Now I think you remember you saying that you would drive by the house almost every day.
I do, and I still do.
So let's talk about the numbers on that one.
So basically, the UPB for the Muskegon Heights is $35,000, and I wound up paying $9,900 for the home. And I put the borrower on a forbearance payment plan.
Because this is an occupied contract for deed, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Occupied CFD, and the borrower right now is still paying on time $400 a month.
$400 a month, so it's $4,800. So you're basically getting a 50% annualized return on your money on that one.
Correct.
Yeah, yes. She's a shark. Everybody, watch out on this lady there. So you like the cash flow aspect of that aspect, huh?
Oh yes, I love it. Yes.
Now, how many deals have you closed so far?
I've closed 5 deals so far.
5 deals so far. Great. Over what time frame?
Oh boy, I started investing July of 2018 is when I bought my first note. So from July 2018 to now,
That's less than a year.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So about 9 months roughly, if I remember. Yeah, because we're 4th month, and yeah, so 9 months in, 5, so basically one every other month for the most part.
Yes.
Cool. What kind of goals do you have for yourself when it comes to note stuff?
Well, as I said before, I want to become full-time in notes. I'm trying to at least purchase 50 notes this year.
Okay.
And 50 notes, that'll be a
That's
good
over the next
range.
12 months. Is that right?
Within the next 12
Okay.
months, correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Now, you like the cash flow. Are you wanting to do any fix and flips on those, or prefer kind of not to have to worry about rehabbing property?
Yeah, I prefer not to rehab property unless it's like maybe cosmetic and in my backyard. You know, if it's somewhere locally in Michigan, somewhere where I can get to and monitor, then I'll do a quick fix and flip of something cosmetic. But other than that, I'll be selling homes as an REO.
There you go. Now, what's been the biggest surprise to coming in the note space versus your previous background? What's been the previous deals that you've done? What's been the biggest kind of learning curve for you?
The biggest learning curve for me in the note space is, in which I'm used to because I am a counselor, is the paperwork. For fix and flips, you don't have to really do any paperwork. You know, you can have your realtor do all that, and we just worry about managing the different contractors. For the note space, and which is something that I love and something that I like to do, is the paperwork, the documents, making sure that, you know, I have all the contracts and the mortgages and things like that, the BPOs.
The collateral files and all that stuff, yeah.
Correct. And that's one of my strengths.
Yeah, you like looking at the collateral files, huh?
Yes.
What's been you found anything surprising? Because I know you can often find some weird stuff in the collateral files. What's been the thing that stood out?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So this Logansport, Indiana property that's up for sale now. When I bought it, and as I looked through the collateral file, I seen that it was an older woman in her 60s, and she actually had help where they paid off her mortgage but formulated a contract for deed for her. And as I was looking through everything, my biggest thing was, oh my goodness, you know how you get that perception of someone is taking advantage of an older woman. So as I was looking through it, and, you know, my heart sunk, because I was like, well, I just bought a note that, you know, the woman appear like the woman's been taken advantage of, but in reality, no. You know, so the sellers who I bought it from actually helped the woman, the borrower, from going into foreclosure.
Oh, nice.
So they paid off the mortgage, and then they created a contract for deed, in which I bought that contract for deed.
Now, has she been paying on time, or no, she did not paying, or?
No, she did not pay. And it was because my business model is how many homeowners can I help? I'm trying to help at least 50 homeowners remain in their home. Unfortunately, this one, the borrower did not pay. She actually flaked out on me. She said she was going to pay, then went MIA. So I had to send her to the forfeiture process through my foreclosure attorney. And we gave her a 10-day pay demand.
Yeah.
10 days to pay her get out. And she called on the 9th day.
So that's usually what happens. Yeah.
Yes, to set up a payment arrangement. And she went MIA from there.
So you gave her a payment arrangement on the 9th day, and then she disappeared from there, huh?
Disappeared from there. And I was trying, you know, because she's an older borrower, I was trying to do as much as I can to help her remain in the home. But eventually, you know, my patience just wore out, and we just proceeded to the foreclosure. And that property is actually on the market right now in Logansport, Indiana.
Any Logansport, Indiana buyers out there, check it out, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, one of the things that I like there definitely is the last 2 masterminds, you've walked away with one of the awards for doing well in marketing. You know, we do a point system and kind of a quiz to see what you're doing post-wise and things. So what's been the biggest bang for your buck when it's come to your marketing?
Getting out to my local Grand Rapids community and joining a lot of joining meetups, as well as I created the Grand Rapids No Closures meetup group, where I send out, you know, I attract different real estate investors as well as IRA holders to educate them about notes. So really, you know, just getting out in the community. So, and I also attend like the different meetup groups that are not real estate investing. Like I attended the Wine and Women and met some wonderful women.
And you had some nice wine, right?
Nice wine, yes.
Well, that's a great way. You're kind of going outside the traditional box of attracting potential investors for you, right? Did you raise some capital from the Wine and Women?
I did. I actually have a meeting coming up next week with them.
Oh, nice. And then you said, what other kind of meetup groups have you started attending that aren't traditionally your traditional RIA groups?
So this next meeting that is on the schedule, I think 2 weeks from now, is a builder. Well, it's a business where you go and you market your business.
Okay.
So I'm going to go there and I'm going to present to market my business.
So it's like a business builders meetup then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. That's a nice thing. Now with your Grand Rapids Note meetup group, how many people are coming out to your monthly events?
The first one was 15 people came out. But the second, it's been leaning off because of my marketing. I haven't marketed enough.
Mm-hmm.
So when I market enough, I do have people that's joining the Grand Rapids No Closes group, but I just need to market enough to make sure that I have the 15 people coming back.
Sure. Now, is this on Facebook or is it on meetup.com?
I have it on both Facebook and meetup.com.
And you probably get more people have joined the group from Meetup than the Facebook group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, but it's a beautiful thing because you can still send an email out to those members, even if they show up or don't show up. You've gotten their information. So do you remember how many are on the Meetup group?
Oh, maybe 17.
Okay.
Yep, 17 in the Meetup
Okay.
group.
That's cool. That's a good start. All you need, you're one relationship away from changing. Now, out of the 15 that have come, have you raised capital from that or built some relationships with those people?
Yes, actually. And you know what? It's more than 17. I think it's like 20 something people because someone just joined. But out of each and every meetup group has been valuable. I've been able to raise capital. Like the first meetup group, I had 15 people. 3 people want to invest in the non-performing notes, and they have money in their IRA. The second one was actually his wife is a financial advisor, so they want to do some joint venture deals with me as well on the the non-performing notes. And the third one I actually met, and one of the Mastermind students brought the president of the Grand Rapids RPOA there.
What's the RPOA?
So it's our local Grand Rapids real estate investing group, our local RIA. And from that, I was able to get on a podcast Thursday, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah, even, as long as I stay consistent and have my monthly meetup groups, I'm getting my name out there, the business out there, and I'm meeting some great people.
Right. Because you do, like we said, you're still working full time.
Yes.
This is really a side hustle. And you got some kids too, right?
I have 3 girls.
3 lovely girls. With a chance to meet them a little while ago, and they're doing great stuff in different ages, right?
Yes. 18, 12, and 5.
So is the 18 going on 30?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she is so ready. She's there.
Yes.
She's ready to go with her career and head on.
That's cool. Is she helping mom out with any of the deals, doing any of the marketing or anything, or not yet?
Not yet. I haven't got her into it right now. She's she want to be a surgeon, and she's also into beauty.
Okay.
So she does a lot of my makeup and my
Looks
hair.
Nice. Yes, ma'am. Always sharply dressed. Stuff like that. Always sharpest dressed person in the Mastermind there for you. So what's been the biggest aha for you, or the biggest maybe surprise coming from a wholesale or fix and flip or a rental side coming to the note space and transition? What's been the biggest thing that's kind of stuck out the most for you?
The biggest thing for me is I can raise capital. I can get money and do what I love. Like I can go to work. I can wake up in the morning, market. I can come home, do paperwork, do due diligence. And, I can do all this from my home or a vacation in somewhere where I don't have to spend all day going to fix up a property or going to paint or going to look at contractors. I can literally work from my home.
And where have the deals been that you've all in Michigan, or one you said was in Logansport, Indiana, right? Where are the others at?
I have 2 in Illinois, in which those are some great homes. Those are both reperforming.
Nice.
And then I have 2 in Illinois, 1 in Michigan, and 1 in Indiana, and 1 in Missouri.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
What's
the biggest advice that you would give somebody who's a fix and flip or struggling with dealing with overpricing? Because that's what we talked about to begin with. Deals are getting, the markets are getting squeezed. Values are going up, but people are overbidding or overpaying for assets. Looking outside their neighborhood or looking for alternative ways. What advice would you give to somebody who's listening out there?
I would say find a note investor, because most of the time we may have any REOs. Look outside the market, because right now I do have an REO up for sale in Logansport, Indiana, and I will have a Missouri note up for sale. In Missouri, it's not even on the market.
What part of Missouri?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Michael Slaywin. You need a deal? There you go. You already reached out to him then, huh?
Yeah, me and Michael are already in connection.
Awesome. How's the how's being a part of the Mastermind helped you?
Oh my goodness. It has been just a tremendous help because we're able to evolve just by attending the Mastermind. So when I came in Thursday, my biggest thing was, okay, so I know how I typically buy the notes, but now I need to evolve so I can buy more notes and raise, do more marketing. So the Mastermind has helped me a lot with marketing, knowing the hidden clues of marketing and knowing how to contract, bring in more revenue.
Good stuff there for you. Because you've evolved. Your marketing has changed. I remember we sit down and help you with your logo, let's help you with your first email. So, but what's the big, besides going out to your local community, are you emailing out your database on a regular basis, or are you just every once in a while, or how's that working for you?
Yes, I do. I email the asset managers. I also make phone calls. In the last month, I've been slacking off on making phone calls to the asset managers because I've been getting tapes in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I've been bidding on tapes and doing due diligence and, contacting my network, my team. So I haven't really reached any asset managers within the last 3 weeks.
Well, but you got tapes coming in. That's a good problem to have.
Yes.
Now, when you were calling asset managers, are you doing it during the day or during breaks or stuff like that? Because what's your hours for your job?
My hours for my job is from 8 to 5.
Okay.
So what I like to do is on my breaks, I'll at night, I already have the list of who I want to call, what number. So on my breaks, I'll go ahead and just make phone calls.
But you're on East Coast time, being out of Grand Rapids, right?
Correct.
So 5 o'clock there is 4 o'clock Central, and then 3 o'clock Mountain, and then 2 p.m. Pacific time. So it does give you a little bit of an advantage to call on if you get off of work. Have you been doing some of that?
Yes.
Okay. Good stuff. I love it. I love it. What is you want to close 50 deals? Is that what you said? What's long-term goal for you besides the next 12 months? We talked about 3-year goals, kind of things like that. You want to share kind of what your 3-year plan is?
My 3-year plan would be, my goodness, vacationing a lot with my kids, and just being full-time as a note investor.
Okay. So what's it going to take you to do that?
I would say start off with 50 notes, see how that goes, and then branch off into 100 notes. So I was thinking first within the next year, I would want to retire, but being realistic, maybe the next 2 years. So maybe if I have 100 notes up under my belt, I'll be able to retire.
There you go. Good stuff there. Staying in Grand Rapids or somewhere else?
Staying in Grand Rapids. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I love the schools, and my kids love the schools, and they're real active in.
Yeah, but vacation, you get some big vacations planned?
Yes, like
you should see that. If you're listening to this, you can't see her light up. If you're watching the video, you just saw her like, oh yes. Where's some big trips planned for you?
So we want to do the Disney cruise again.
No, sorry, just joking. Yes. Again, so you've been on one before?
We've been on one before 3 years ago.
The Magic or the what's the other Disney cruise ship? They got 3 of them total.
It was the Magic.
It was the Magic.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we went on the Magic. So I do want to do that again, as well as start going to Disney, going to Florida, because we always go to the Dells and we love the Dells, but we've been going there for years. So now we're ready to go to Florida, going to the Disney cruise.
There you go. Good stuff there. Good stuff out there. So are you 15 the next 12 months, and you've got your number set of what you need to have coming in to be able to leave working as a counselor, right? But it transitions well. Are you talking to any of your borrowers, or are you using a third party like Massive Management or Singer Law Group, or are you passionate enough, like I want to talk to the borrower themselves? How's that? Because I'd love to know what's going on when you buy a note, when you see, like you said, the paperwork. Oh, somebody's taking advantage of. Are you talking to them, or you're letting it for somebody else to do?
Well, and that's a great question, because I like to send it and let the professionals do it, let the attorneys do it. But I also I've had borrowers call me. So if my borrowers call me, I'll talk to them and to understand where they are, because I like to understand where they are and how can we help them stay in their home. So majority, all the work is done through my loss mitigation of my attorneys.
Do you have a good BS meter?
Yes, I do. And that's from dealing with, being a counselor. I have a good BS meter, and ultimately, I would love to transition some of my counseling skills into the note business in order to help as many homeowners as I can.
Awesome. Best advice you give to somebody out there that's listening right now? What's the best advice you can give to somebody?
Get educated, get you a team together, get a great mentor, and be persistent and consistent. You know, if things isn't looking the best, sit back, regroup, and, you know, start again and do not give up.
Yeah. You had ups and downs?
I have.
That's normal?
Yes, like really, it's just solutions to the problems. You know, so for instance, when I was going through this forfeiture process, that was a problem to me because I did not want to go through I didn't want to foreclose on her. But the solution is, you know, foreclose on it and go ahead and sell the home because she really didn't want to stay in the home.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it struggles when we want to help people and they don't want to help themselves. It's hard sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because you got a big heart.
Yeah.
Counseling, you have to have a big heart. Otherwise, you're not cut out for the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many years have you done that again?
10 years.
10 years. Yeah, you've got a little bit of tenure there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but still, it's a good idea. I think one of the people is one thing that people have to keep in mind is you don't run a charity.
Right.
You like to help people if they can, but you've got your own charity with 3 kids and some big goals to do for yourself long term, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And then if you give people an inch, they'll sometimes try to take a mile.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, you're doing amazing stuff. What's been the biggest nugget from this weekend that you're taking home from the Mastermind?
My goodness, marketing, reaching out to real estate, you know, just reaching out to the different real estate investors and more marketing.
Yeah. You probably taking some of the tools so you're not having to spend as much time just kind of using some of the tools that we discussed to help you maximize your time, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good stuff there. Well, we're excited about what you got going on, jacked up. We expect big things from you over the next 12 months. 50 deals. That's a big number, but I think you're capable of it. You got you're learning, get your systems down. Now you're bidding on more deals and you're ready to rock and roll, aren't you?
Yes, I am ready to rock and roll.
Oh, good stuff. So what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
So I do have, for the local Grand Rapids group, I do have a local Grand Rapids No Closers meetup group. You guys can find me on Meetup as well as Facebook. I can be found on Eleesee Solutions on Facebook as well as LinkedIn.
Let's spell that out because it's got a little different spelling for Eleesee Solutions. So you want to spell out Eleesee?
Right. So it's ELEESEE Solutions, SOLUTIONS. And all of that is one word. And my email is EleeseeSolutions.com. Actually, we can do, I have 2 separate emails. So Eleesee Solutions at Outlook.com. So it's ELEESEESOLUTIONS at Outlook.com.
Awesome. So yeah, if you're in the Grand Rapids area, want to learn more about that neck of the woods, check it out. Check out her website. Drop her an email. If you're okay, if people reach out to you, ask you some questions and things like that.
Yes, definitely. And my website is EleeseeSolutions.com. But if you ever just need to get in contact with me, I do have my personal Facebook, and it's Leah Griggs, LEA Griggs.
Yeah, she's wearing sunglasses because her future's so bright. She's got to wear shades. Good stuff there. Well, Leah, thank you so much for being on the Note Closer Show, doing great stuff, and just plug it along. Just keep rocking and rolling. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up for this episode of the Note Closer Show. Go out, check out what she's doing. EleeseeSolutions.com. Definitely need some help up in the Grand Rapids area. She's there to help you out with it. So go out, make something happen, and we'll see you all at the top, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.